Top of the lineup is back, baby.
Ew, ew.
Episode number 35.
Wow,
We're back.
we're back.
We're back.
We are here.
Um, yeah, we're here. Jake Arrieta's back. Or is he? Not really. This is boring to me. Here's our quick hits. We'll run through them. Jake Arrieta to the Padres. He just got lit up with the Cubs, 10 runs in the first inning. He's let go, put on waivers, and the Padres picked him up.
Mm-hmm.
I could see this being a cool move if they move Arrieta to the bullpen. Throw one or two innings of him. He might be useful down there.
Good.
Other than that, it doesn't do anything for me. Though I love Jake Arrieta.
Yeah, I mean, this season, which we posted earlier, he's 5-11. He's got a 6.88 ERA, and that's not, to me, that's not too sexy. However, I tweeted on our Twitter account that he's going to thrive in this environment. I think because they're in the hunt. I think obviously he's not going to freaking do crazy, but I think, as you mentioned, if he gets a bullpen, spot, I think he'll be just fine. It's not gonna be crazy. It's not like he's gonna be throwing shutout innings left and right, but I think this will be okay. Again, it's not super sexy. It's not super exciting. Happy for him. I'm glad he still has a job, but his time is close to an end, unfortunately.
Yeah, just like the 2016 Cubs. It's over.
It's done
It's
with.
done.
It's
done. Yeah.
Gosh.
We won't go there. Silver medalist Dave Robertson signs with the Rays. I didn't know he was still alive. Didn't know he was still pitching. I guess cool.
Yeah.
Reliever with some experience. Late game experience, playoff experience. So this isn't a bad pickup.
I mean, the Rays know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. And again, this wasn't too exciting, but never sleep on the Rays when they pick up random people like this. They do it all the time. So that's decent.
Yeah. Whatever. The Giants, the first place San Francisco Giants, extended Brandon Crawford for 2 years. This is kind of a big deal. This is a big deal.
Hell yeah, dude.
This was a big shortstop gonna hit the market, having one of his best years. This is a guy who I didn't think. We have breaking news. On this episode. Joey Votto has just reached 2,000 hits.
Wow.
Shout out to Joey Votto.
Hell yeah. Dude, I love Votto. I love me some Votto,
That is an on-air breaking news.
Hell yeah, dude. You guys are going to hear this like 4 or 5 days later. But
hey, it's breaking news for us. Shout out to Joey Votto. But Brandon Crawford, hey, this is a guy I thought was done. Glove first, bat didn't do anything for me, but he's came up this year offensively, and he's one of the leaders in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
And I hate to keep talking about the Cubs, but the Giants have done their core so differently than the Cubs did. The Cubs said, okay, we won a World Series, now fuck you guys.
Yep.
Where the Giants have held on to the Buster Posies, the Brandon Belts, and I know they've gotten rid of some of these guys, right? Brian Wilson wasn't there forever, but most of these guys were Giants forever.
Yeah.
Lincecum retired as Giant. Matt Cain, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he went anywhere else.
I don't think so. Yeah. And that's something I appreciate about the Giants. In terms of like tenure, you're not going to necessarily see the Giants trading away players left and right, like the A's, unfortunately. And they make their trades. Just throwing it out there. But that's something I appreciate. Obviously with Crawford, not the best shortstop out there, but he means more to the city than in terms of what what the
He
paper
is the
says.
best shortstop for the Giants.
Exactly.
Now, of course, if the Giants go out and get Corey Seager, right? Trevor Story. Yeah, that's an upgrade, 100%. But there's no guarantee that they get plugged right into San Francisco and are rock stars, right?
Hey, you know what? I think Chris Bryant's gonna he likes that. I think he likes that. You know what I mean? Crawford, extend that. I think you never know. He might just stay in San Francisco. They can do it.
I think there's a very, very, very high chance that he stays, though I don't want it. I think it's very likely he could end up in Philly. Best buds with Bryce Harper.
I don't know though, because you have Baum there, dude. At third. I don't think. I mean, yeah, you could put him in outfield, but
Chris Bryant would play in the outfield to join his buddy Bryce Harper.
That would be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But he's more of a fit with San Francisco. You can already see it. Just saying.
No, I just don't see it. Chris Bryant, he's just such, I don't see the fit. I don't want to see the fit.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Very, very likely.
But yeah, we digress. But Crawford, man, that's exciting. Love that. Hopefully we see some more moves in terms of contract extensions.
Love an in-season deal. Love that.
Gotta love it.
Chris Davis with the C.
With the C, yeah. From the Orioles, Baltimore Orioles.
Announced his retirement. Good for the Orioles for paying him.
I thought he retired like 5 years ago.
No, he's been battling with injuries.
I know, joking. I'm joking. He hasn't been the same ever since the big contract.
You know what though? I feel for the guy.
Yeah, no, definitely.
A lot of pressure. He went out and signed, I think, $180 million contract.
Dude, I mean, he was on top of the world. He doing crazy home runs, right? And then this happens, and he struggled. And I felt like nobody was there to support him. I don't think anyone, even the fans, people were pissed off at him. It's like, dude, you have to understand what he's going through. And yeah, he's getting all this money. Some fans are like, oh, well, if I was getting paid that money, I'd do anything and everything. Well, you don't.
It's different.
First off, it's different. Second, you're not fucking getting paid that. You don't know what these guys are going through, right? So yeah, in essence, I do feel for him. Everyone joked about, with the contract and him always struggling. But if you take a step back in hindsight, the dude just couldn't put together. And one, it could be physical, but also two, we talked about this last episode. It could be the mental aspect, right? He wasn't the same. He wasn't the same after a while. No. So.
And you can also mention, he got hit for PEDs, but I don't know if you remember that his PEDs, I could be wrong with the specifics, but I think it was Adderall related, and it was for his ADHD. Supposedly, I don't know for sure, but he wasn't signed off basically by a doctor to be allowed to take that, and so when he was taking it, he got hit, and ever since then, that was really what did it. And if he does really have, ADHD or whatever it was, you're right, the mental aspect could have a big part of this. So
exactly.
Shout out to him for his retirement.
I mean,
he was one of the best power hitters.
He's still, a decent career, right? If he lasted that long, a lot of people don't understand, a good career is tenure. If you're able to stay in the league, that means teams believe in you. They think that you can perform. It's not like this dude was faking it. He was legit, and he stayed in the game for quite some time. So in essence, that is a good career. Fuck all the stats. He was able to stay in the league versus other players. So that's something to look at, when talking about, Chris Davis. So yeah, shout out to you. Good career. You stayed in the league. It's just your time. Yep.
Let's give some love to some lefties. I think it's time to give some love to some lefties. Chris Sale is back, and boy, did he come back. It looked like he didn't miss anything.
Oh, I love it.
It doesn't feel like he hasn't pitched since 2019. It's kind of crazy, right? But fuck, he went out there and said, "Here it is. Here it is." This is huge.
Mm-hmm.
This is huge, right? Boston, one of the teams that didn't really pick up anything at the deadline. You know, they got Schwarber, but that was really it. What did they get? They got an ace.
Mm-hmm.
They got the best pitcher on the market, right?
Yep.
Obviously, he wasn't really on the market, but the best pitcher that anyone got. The Red Sox got Chris Sale.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a scary run.
Dude, I mean, I'm excited for him. The fact that he's able to come back, he came back strong, right? That's exciting. I'm excited for Red Sox fans because especially right now, the East is an all-out battle, and you need a guy like that who knows how to win, who knows how to compete, and will get you there. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see another start from him.
Yeah,
for sure.
100%. Hopefully, you know, best of health to him is most important.
Mm-hmm.
But some more love for some lefties. This one close to home.
Yes.
My boy, AJ Puck. You know, I was high hopes on him, and then he let me down. And then he's back again. And I'm finally seeing what the hype was, right?
What could be.
Yeah, and there was so much hype around him. And I remember, I don't think it was last year, the year before, Puck and Luzardo. Yeah, it wasn't last year. Puck and Luzardo rehabbed in Stockton. And I went to the game to watch them both pitch, which is pretty cool. And the fucking first inning, dude, these single A hitters were taking Puck to the warning track. One hit, one out. One hit, one to the warning track. And then another one hit like a deep fly, I think a double or whatever it might have been. It was like 3 very hard hit balls in one inning. And I know, you know, rehab starts, they're usually not trying to get outs. Mm-hmm. They're just trying to work on stuff, work on their delivery, et cetera, but still. So it's nice to see him. He is going to be another really sneaky tool.
Yeah.
You know, I think of Andrew Miller, right? Andrew Miller with the Indians was crazy. I mean, he was unstoppable in the playoffs. You know, pitch him for 2 and a third innings, and he'll get you where you need to go. This could be the role Puck is in.
Dude, yeah. I mean, and since we're on lefties, they're all fairly similar, right? Puck, Sale, tall and lanky. I mean, Randy Johnson, tall and lanky. Miller, tall and lanky, able to dominate. Like I think Puck he's in the right spot at the right time, especially when the A's are trying to get to that wild card position, because right now the Astros are dominating, but you know, this is going to help. Maybe secure that wild card spot or even overtake the Astros come, you know.
Yeah, don't sleep on that.
September, you know, late September when the Astros fucking fail because they didn't pick up too many of the players that they needed. This right here is going to be beneficial. So,
yeah, watch out for this for sure.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, Dodgers signed Cole Hamels.
I mean, who else?
Yeah.
Cliff Lee? What the fuck?
I think the Dodgers just signed John O'Dowd.
Jeez, I know.
Yeah, pretty sure he just did. Yeah, no, it's, I don't know. This good. It's good for them.
It's gonna help. I mean, good for him. Good for Hamels. I mean, the chance to win another World Series, that's great. Good for him. The Dodgers. I mean, did they really need him? Maybe, but
good depth. Good depth.
Good depth. Fuck. Who else?
How many fucking Cy Youngs do you need in your fucking rotation? They have all the Cy Youngs and all the MVPs.
Dude, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is wild. Another story coming out of LA. Dave Roberts just said in an interview that he figured out really quick not to talk to Max Scherzer when he's pitching. Max Scherzer came out of, I think, his first start, and Dave Roberts, you know, smacked him on his ass, said, you know, good job out there. Great job. And Max Scherzer, under his breath, said, don't fucking touch me. Don't fucking talk to me. Dave Roberts is like, all right, cool. I know my place. You do your thing out there, and I won't fucking talk to you. So
That's why I like about Dave Roberts. He lets the players play. There are managers out there that it's by their rules or you're getting sent down or whatever. I think Dave Roberts has done a good job. Really, just allow the players to have fun. Don Mattingly is another one of those guys, but sometimes a little too much fun.
Well, the whole reason Dave Roberts took over Don Mattingly's spot is because Don Mattingly's handling of Puig and was trying to control Puig, but still let him be who he was. And obviously,
with Mattingly and the Marlins and how they went about with the COVID stuff.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah,
but no, love that. The Boston Red Sox DFA'd and released Marwin Gonzalez. This was a little bit surprising to me. He hasn't had a great year, but this is a bat, dude. You put him somewhere, let a season start new somewhere.
Don't be surprised. The A's just pick him up, a little utility player, another Pinder type deal. Who knows?
Could fit with, say the Reds. I don't know where he would fit on that team, but somebody who's just trying to sneak in there.
Yeah, maybe the Dodgers. Fuck it, right?
Yeah.
Why not?
What else can we do?
Yeah. They're actually going to expand the roster to 35 players just for the Dodgers, just them.
Yeah, there's actually a stipulation, right? So you get to add 3 players come September, but if you have more than 4 MVP award winners and more than 3 Cy Young winners, then you get to go up to 35. That's the rule. I don't make them. I just know what the rules.
Imagine. Oh my God.
Oh geez, dude.
You know what? That's a good. Okay, not necessarily the winning teams, but let's say the shittier teams, right? Why not open it up a little bit more and let some of the younger players come up and get some exposure? I know obviously with contracts and stuff that might fuck it up, but 1 month I don't think will mess up a contract. Why not, for the, below 500 teams, expand the roster a little bit more and let them just have fun? Because they're going to lose regardless.
I would love that, just to see kind of what you have with prospects.
Yeah, look at with the Tigers, Torkelson, right? Like, how cool would it be, right? Maybe he's not ready this year, but still, why not bring him up?
The Orioles with what's his name? I am never gonna pronounce
Rushman.
Yeah.
Rushman. Yeah.
By the way, shout out to him. He's in AAA now.
Yeah,
tearing it up.
And Torkelson too. He just got called up to AAA.
Yeah. So these guys, let them go do what they can.
Yeah.
And honestly, probably both of them will make the big leagues come September. All right, the first place breakdown. You wanna lead this off?
Yeah, we have our Brewers, who you didn't agree with me in the beginning of the year that they were going to be in first, but the Brewers.
I thought it was going to be the Reds.
It's fine. It's okay. They're still in the hunt. Yeah, no, they're still in the hunt. But yeah, the Brewers, that I picked are in first place.
Their rotation is finally there. I've been bitching about the rotation for years.
Yeah. But yeah, Brewers. We have the Giants. Heyo, in first place. Surprisingly.
My Atlanta Braves, baby.
What an emotional fucking roller coaster in the East, huh? Like, it is crazy. And it's not like it's great games. It's not. The Mets are just not playing good baseball. The
Mets are trash. Away. I've been telling you this for how fucking long.
Oh my God, what a shit show. You got the Phillies kind of in there too. It's just off and on. It's an emotional roller coaster.
It's just underperforming teams,
it's almost like the NL East is like one of the worst divisions in Major League Baseball. I don't know.
You know what? It's almost like the NL East should be the best division in baseball.
Yeah,
second
on
best
paper.
Division.
On paper, right?
On paper, right? Oh, I fucking hate the NL Central.
Oh my God. And speaking of Central, we have the White Sox who are fucking up by 11 games, 10 games, or whatever, who have solidified. Just give it to them.
We talked about this last episode, though. I don't think they're the real deal, dude.
No, they're not. But just
Yankees
just give it to them.
2 out of 3, and the Yankees are not good either,
dude. They have literally a whole fucking team that's injured.
Correct.
Whether it's COVID or have injuries, there's literally a whole fucking team of Yankees players.
And that team, right? That injured team that the Yankees have is better than at least 7 or 8 teams.
Dude, Gary Sanchez, Rizzo. I think Cole finally came back. Jordan Montgomery. There's so many other players.
Torres.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the list goes on. Just imagine, once they come back, like, I don't think the White Sox will beat the Yankees in the playoffs.
I don't think the White Sox will beat any team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Really don't. I think their chance is going to be an AL West team, the A's or the Astros, but dude.
We saw how it went last year.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then we have the Astros in first.
Yeah, who cares?
Okay.
We're not going to talk about them. The A's are on the hunt. My Oakland Athletics are on the hunt.
Yeah.
More love for the Giants. I cut you off when you were talking about the Giants. Dude, nobody saw this. I'm one of the naysayers, and honestly, dude, you have to admit you were there's no way you saw them being first place.
I did not. I mean, I did not. And I get shit from all of my Giants friends. Anthony Baca, he from the get-go, he's very biased, right? Giants forever. He thought they were going to be in first, and I mean, they are, right? But yeah, I did not see this coming. Dallas Braden, obviously, who we love,
did not see it coming,
and he's getting shit for it. But yeah, dude, full transparency, I did not see this happening. On paper, you saw the Dodgers, you saw all of the moves that the Padres were making. You're always hopeful for the Rockies because you never know, they could turn around. They have decent players, but obviously they just fall off every fucking year. Similar like the Mariners, right? Fall off. It's usually what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So put up or shut up. Are the Giants winning the NL West? If you had to bet everything you owned. Everything you owned.
That's
how are you that
the Dodgers have Scherzer. I am 90% confident now that the Giants will take it. The only thing that scares me the most about the Dodgers is Scherzer. That's what scares me. Is Scherzer. It's scary. It's just really scary. I think when we go to the game in September, if we are still doing that, I think that series will determine who takes it. Because I think that's early September. I think that's the last time they play. I think whoever wins that series takes it.
My thing, it's hard to bet against them right now because anyone who's bet against them has been fucking proven wrong.
No, I'm just gonna say the Dodgers. That way, the Giants can do good because every time I keep on saying Dodgers, the Giants are doing better. So if I say Giants are gonna do it, then the Dodgers can. I mean, if I say the Giants are doing good, then the Dodgers are just gonna fucking come.
Reverse psychology.
Let's just say Dodgers, huh? Let's just say Dodgers. I'm a Dodgers fan this year. I'm gonna wear my Dodgers gear when we go to that fucking game.
No, you're
however
not.
Many times I am wearing my Dodgers gear. You're gonna have to take a picture of it. You're gonna have to.
Will.
I'm wearing my Dodgers gear, and it's gonna be fucking hilarious.
You're gonna be fucking rooting for the Giants on the inside.
No shit.
Yeah, it's just hard to bet against them.
They got it, and you just see glimpses of the previous teams. 2010, 2012, 2014. You see the glimpses of that.
It's just crazy to me, a fucking franchise that has literally put shit together and won championships.
It's built around like just veterans. You know what I mean? Obviously, you got Posey, right? Like the core now, but even back then, you had Edgar Renteria, you had Juan Uribe, right? Like these veterans that just come in and
Cody Ross.
Get it done. Dude, Pat Burrell, another one.
The one that won't be named.
Yeah, we won't. His Twitter got canceled. Haha, LOL.
Sucks to suck.
But we won't talk about that guy. But anyways, we digress. Giants are doing great. Hopefully they continue to do great. Regardless, the NL West is exciting with those three teams.
Fun.
Very fun. Very exciting to watch. So
this could be what at the end what it ends up being. As far as the division leaders. This is, in my opinion, closer than the last time we talked about it.
Yeah.
Field of Dreams. Really cool thing. Really cool.
Oh my God. I loved it. From the get-go. I mean, I was watching it, even the pregame. Like I loved it, dude. It was awesome.
I will be 100% honest. I did not watch it. I saw the highlights.
Well, it was hard. Okay, here's the thing. This is the thing that pissed me off. I couldn't watch it on MLB TV. I pay for games, right? I am paying $120. And granted, they're out of, my location, wherever the blackout shit, but I couldn't watch it.
It was a nationally televised game.
What kind of bullshit is that? So luckily I have, Comcast Xfinity, so I was able to watch the game, but
no free ads.
But it's just annoying. Like, I could have missed that game. You know what I mean? And it was great to watch. Balls were flying, I mean, you had Kevin Costner out there. Like, that was great. Just him just talking about it and what it means to him. It was just, the whole environment was great. And it's based off of a fucking movie that was made, 20, 30 years ago. And that just goes to show how much that means to the baseball community, So
it was the most watched game in regular season game in 16 years, which is
crazy.
Absolutely crazy, because it was a Thursday game. And that's where my issue is why did they put that fucking game on Thursday? It should have been Sunday night. Put that baby on Fox, ESPN. I know ESPN has Sunday night.
Yeah.
And I know it was on Fox, but it should have been more prime time than it was.
They didn't care because most of the people in Iowa weren't going to be able to watch it anyways. You know what I mean?
So in Iowa, they're blacked out for what? What is it?
4 or 5 teams or something like that?
4 or 5 teams, yeah.
Poor people, like
I'm tired of the blackouts. And the blackouts, you want to grow the game, end them. I get it. It's not going to be entirely blacked out or not.
I get the business and with contracts.
Yeah, contracts. I get all that.
Money, all that bullshit. But it just sucks, dude. Like, talk about growing the game. That's how you grow the game. There's people out there. There's literally people out here that cannot have access to fucking TV, and maybe they just have their phone and Wi-Fi. That's all they literally have. And maybe MLB TV, they could watch it. They should watch the game. You know what I mean? Some people literally have progressed away from just regular fucking cable TV, and all they use is streaming services. Yeah, you have FUBU and all that shit, but maybe they don't have that. Like, there's just some things that I don't know. They have to look into, because they can definitely grow the game. Yeah, they have those YouTube games, but it's not the best games. It was the Tigers and I don't know,
Pirates.
Some shit. Like, I don't want to watch that. I'll watch it. I love baseball, but that's not the shit I want to watch. I want to watch.
That's not how you're going to grow the game.
Exactly.
You want to grow the game, you put.
Daddy, why are we watching a last place team?
Yeah, exactly.
Why is it 16-0, Daddy? And there's no home runs.
Shout out to the
literally
Cubs.
Just fucking errors. And then
geez.
also, it was also great. James Earl Jones, he voiced over some things currently now. He's 90 years old, so shout out to him. Still being able to do that. National treasure. Still able to just
an icon, one of the best voices.
Oh my God.
One of the best voices.
And we have a post coming out with you guys are hearing this exclusively that we're working on. We're gonna post about actors who've played in multiple baseball movies. There's a select few, but just giving them a shout out. Obviously, not everybody's gonna like it.
Shout out Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen, Costner. He's been in 3 movies. James Earl Jones has been in 3 movies within baseball. So, just giving them a quick shout out. Obviously, they're not going to see it, but it's just fun. And these are some things that we like to give shout outs to. We like to appreciate the people who have
bring awareness. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
What we
But
are
we digress. Doing. Moving on, the Olympics ended, I believe, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Baseball was back finally, and I wasn't able to watch any of the games because it was fucking early in the morning.
Me either.
But I heard great things.
We're gonna have to wait 8 more years, and that's what I want to talk about. Is this was a trial run, and in the next Olympics, not going to be there. It's not going to return until the Olympics come to LA. Which I
don't mind. You know why? It's going to be in Paris, and Paris is not really a big baseball country. So
but it doesn't have to. Well, Paris isn't a country, but
I mean, sorry, fucking France. Sorry, it's going to be in Paris. It's going to be in Paris. But France is not a big baseball country. Yeah, they have a baseball team. They're in the World Baseball Classic. But, Japan, like, it made sense,
Yeah.
I'm not saying they deserve to be represented. Baseball players deserve to be represented. But
you heard it here first. Soto doesn't want to watch baseball in the Olympics.
Oh, my God. Shut up. No, I don't care. It's this coming, whatever, 4 years, whatever. If it's going to be, in Los Angeles, that's great. I care more about the World Baseball Classic because I feel like there's more players more invested in that from what I've seen.
Yeah.
There's more teams. Sorry.
We've seen firsthand.
There's more teams than that. I don't want to piss off any people who fucking fight for their lives to be in the Olympics. I appreciate you all, but I'm just saying there's more teams in the World Baseball Classic. There's more players who are more willing to be in that because one, it's before the actual season starts, and two, there's a whole lot more publicity there, which is exciting. So not trying to offend anyone. I appreciate the Olympics. I get excited. I appreciate all the players that represented their countries. Not trying to piss you all off. Yeah. I apologize for any of those comments that you may be offended. Just saying the World Baseball Classic, as I mentioned, Juan, right? Like there's just more publicity on that spectrum.
Here nationally, right? Yeah. I agree. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
There are, according to Jeff Passan, there's 7.
Time out. Japan won the Olympics.
Baseball. Yeah. Shout out to Japan.
USA came in second. Silver medalist. Super exciting, regardless. And then I believe the Dominican Republic came in third and got bronze, which was surprising. Honestly, we talked about this offline. You would think, with all the talent that the Dominican, players, just come out, there's so many Dominican players out there, you would think that they would have won, but we talked about this. It's potentially because there's not a lot of money into it. And obviously, again, going to represent your country, but a lot of the players in the Dominican Republic are looking for major league contracts, in the millions. And that's not necessarily the case when it comes to the Olympics. Representing your country is great, but I haven't seen a solid Dominican Republican team in the Olympics, if that makes sense. I've seen it in the World Baseball Classic, but not in the Olympics.
Correct. Not to mention all the major leaguers aren't there. So, I mean, when you have Joey Bats, which he could still rake, do not get me wrong, but is he the best Dominican player right now? No. So.
And just as a side note, I know we're pulling this out, but I don't know. This kind of just supports what I was talking with. It's not necessarily baseball, but within cricket, they have their own, league. And 50% of the players within that league would rather play in a league than actually represent their country in the Olympics because of the money aspect. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Some sports view that a little bit more importantly. So just throwing it out there.
Give you 2 options. You're able to win a Olympic gold medal.
Oh, you're fucking.
Or a World Series ring.
Oh my God. That's so fucking hard.
And I'm Yeah. No, I'll just leave it at that. No.
That's hard, dude. Let's not answer that. That's really hard.
I'm 100% choosing the gold medal.
I'm veering that way too. It's to me, I am much more very sentimental, and representing your country is something that I would live for, you know?
Correct.
So,
and I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love a World
oh
Series
yeah,
ring, but it's just something about the Olympics.
you can't take that away, you know,
No.
gold medal, you know, and obviously World Series ring and stuff, but I don't want to talk shit about players that don't necessarily make an impact in the World Series, but you could say you're a World Series winner, but they don't fucking fan. If they don't know you, then they don't know you.
Well,
But
that was
if you
gonna
have
be
your
my
gold medal, hey, I'm a gold
yeah.
medalist. Oh shit, you represented our country. You're in here for free.
That was gonna be my stipulation. Is would you rather be someone who actually helped the team win a gold medal, or would you rather be a nobody who won a World Series ring? That was gonna be my stipulation.
Yeah. Okay, I see you. But Olympics happened. It was great. I saw the highlights, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball was back, which is awesome. Again,
Yeah, no,
the
great
game,
stuff.
So
Soto's willing
awesome.
to wait 8 years. I'm not. Wish I was seeing it in 4. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
According to Jeff Passan, there's 7.5 really horrible teams, really shitty teams. And so with that, there's, the teams that are in the hunt or basically trying to get into the playoffs. And how many times do they play those 7.5 shitty teams?
God.
So the Astros, 17 times do they play these shitty teams. And that's
compared
AL
to the
leader.
A's. Compared to the A's,
6.
Who gets 6?
Yep. So the A's have a harder chance of getting into the playoffs than the Astros, according to this. The Phillies, 24 versus the Padres, 3.
I mean, what?
Yeah. Here's where I see the edge. I give the edge to the Reds. The Reds are hunting for that second wild card spot, and they have 19 games. If the Phillies get in, they're going to win their division. But the Reds, the only way the Reds are going to get in is if they win the wild card. And so with 19 games against these shitty teams versus 3, I'm giving the edge to the Reds over the Padres, and you might see the Reds in the wild card game.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. And that's something that we wanted to talk about, you know what I mean? Who's on the hot seat? I think the Padres are in the hot seat because they haven't been doing too well. You know, they got no hit recently. Shout out to you, Tyler Gilbert. We'll give you another shout out towards the end. But yeah, no, I'm 100% agree with you. Like the Reds could take it just because of this situation, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, in the hot seat, I mean, really, you start looking at, the Padres and the Mets. The Mets had this division fucking, it seems like the entire year, and now they're not there. And you can't blame it on DeGrom going down because they didn't even fucking win his starts. Whenever DeGrom pitches, they don't win his starts. So you can't blame it on DeGrom going down.
Yeah, I agree. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I think the Mets are out. I think they're done.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Padres are on their way out.
Yeah, it's crazy to see. But I mean, wow, the Dodgers are playing 12 of them, huh? 12 games versus the Giants with 6. Shit.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Something to watch out. You were just willing to bet everything you own.
No. I said 90%. All right.
You're 90% of what you own.
that's like 2 million, 3 million. I don't know.
Yeah.
with all of our sponsors, of course, right?
Oh,
From
yeah.
top of the lineup.
Yep. It's gonna be fun. It's
Yeah.
fun when your team gets to play shitty teams.
And we have to go to some games, especially late September. I know we're
Things are gonna get fun.
I know like the last series with the Giants will be there, which is exciting for your bachelor party, which is awesome. So more things to come. Hey, maybe even little tailgating vlog, little cornhole tournament. I don't know. Who knows?
Little something.
A little, just thoughts. Brett Anderson is one of these guys that has never been really the best player out there, and neither has he been the shittiest player out there. He's just, again, has had a good career, has been in the league for quite some time. Made a comment about Trevor Bauer, so I'll just read that off. And I just want to get your thoughts, Juan. So he says, crazy to think that I could never get anyone out ever again and still feel better about my career than Trevor Bauer's.
I mean, the way things are looking for Trevor Bauer, I mean, it's hard not to feel that way.
Yeah. Granted, if everything clears up for him, that's just the whole cloud of, the holdings, that just everything. I agree. I agree with him. I think if things go well for Trevor Bauer, it's just going to overshadow everything, because obviously he still did some weird shit, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and even if you take the what's going on now out of it, right? The helicopter fucking drone incident in the World Series, you got to be better than that. And we're fans of Trevor Bauer pre this situation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I just had to throw that.
I hope the truth comes out. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, yeah, and there's if you guys can look it up, we're not going to talk about it because it's not our place in regards to that with legality. But feel free to follow Trevor Bauer's Twitter. He released some stuff in regards to the case. Didn't mention the girl's name or anything like that, but you will see that there's some information there that might intrigue you. But we're not going to talk about it. So
nope.
But yeah, just wanted to bring that up. Just thought it was funny. I mean, it's just random, right? Brett Anderson, of all people.
Yeah, it was really random, but it's a very Brett Anderson tweet.
That's true. Moving on. So we have award races, and I mean, I would say right before the All-Star break, I was, pretty confident set on who was going to win it, right? And now it's somewhat changed. There has been a lot of movement. With the AL MVP, we all still somewhat assume it's Ohtani. I mentioned Vladdy could still win it because of the writers, right? The writers, you never know with these fucking writers again.
Idiots.
And I mean, Vladdy's has been having a great season. I'm just throwing it out there that with the writers, they tend to just do weird shit. So that's still a race that's up for grabs still, So excited to see that. NL MVP, there's a little bit more of a battle there, I think. I could be wrong.
Agreed. No, I think I'm going to back up just for a sec. I think AL is you could write in Ohtani at this point.
Yeah.
Vladdy is having an amazing year. Shout out to him, but it's Ohtani's.
He could still win the batting title.
Yeah.
Technically.
He could still lead the league in homers. He's not that far behind Ohtani.
Like he could be the Triple Crown winner potentially, right? I think he's up there potentially. I mean, he'd have to overpass Ohtani with home runs, but you never know. NL MVP. There's a few people that I have on mine, and you could throw someone else out there. I already told you, but Bryce Harper, Trey Turner, and Fernando Tatis. Initially, I thought Fernando Tatis, that was all his, but Harper is turning around this second half and has been tearing it up. Trey Turner has literally been dominating this whole season, but nobody's really talked about him. The dude barely even made the All-Star team, which was crazy, and nobody was talking about him, right? He's literally had a consistent, solid season, and nobody's talked about it. And I'm pretty sure now they're going to talk about it because why? He's on the Dodgers.
Correct. Side note, was that not the best slide you've ever seen in
Oh,
your
it was
life?
so sexy. Oh my
Ooh.
God. Like, oh God, I love that.
Stop.
I gotta see that more. I mean, did you see Buster Posey slide too? Ooh, and I'm just like,
Okay. All
people were
right.
fucking joking about that.
Delete this episode.
Oh my God, call it quits.
Yeah, no, that was a Buster Posey's was funny, but Trey Turner's, oh my God, that was
it was
sexual.
Sexy.
Yeah, no, NL MVP. I was the same way. I thought Tatis was for sure it, and motherfucker's been hurt 2-3 times this year, and he's still leading in home runs, and is still like, he comes back and hits fucking 2 homers. And it was against the Diamondbacks. I get that, but Zach Gallen, pretty good pitcher.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna lean Bryce Harper here. I think Bryce Harper is the MVP.
Yeah, I mean, he's turning it around for sure.
Good for him.
And
good for him.
Here's the thing. I would love to, with our I just want to be appreciated segment. I think Harper gets again, with Manny Machado, same thing, right? People hate on Harper because, at the beginning of his career, he was like this bad boy, always, talking shit to the umpires. You saw him arguing with Papelbon early in his career, things like that. He has had a great career already,
Correct.
I mean, he's at like 250 home runs. He's 29 or something like that, 28, close to that. Barry Bonds, by the time he was 30, wasn't even at 250 yet. So just put that in perspective. Nobody's, there are some podcasts that fucking are all over him, but we realize that we're not necessarily gonna be all over him, but he's legit.
Hey,
he's always been legit. I mean, the dude,
give him some love.
The dude fucking, 16 years old, took the GED and went straight to community college. You know what I mean? Like, his whole life is around baseball. He never really got to socialize as much, as we did. He's just fucking baseball. So give him some love. He deserves it. He should win the MVP.
Agreed. AL Cy Young. This gets a little fun. You could literally throw these names in a hat and pick one out.
Exactly.
You know where I'm gonna go, and I'm biased, and I don't give a fuck. The Hound, Seabass, my ace, Chris Bassett.
Yeah,
he should win it. 100%.
That's a good biased take.
Yeah.
It is.
I don't need to pull up any stats.
No,
I don't need to do it.
I mean, shouldn't have to. He's had. If you guys don't know his name, look it up. Do it yourself. Hey, learn a little bit of baseball, huh?
Hey, learn a little baseball. Just saying, a Chris Bassett, Chris Sale, little wild card game might be.
Actually, I don't know, bro. Just thinking about this now, when we talked about are the White Sox gonna Lance Lynn versus Chris Bassett? I don't know. Lance Lynn has played in a good handful of playoff games. I don't know. You know what? Actually, he'll win the first game, right? But the A's will still take because
the A's have to get there first. Because if
they will get there. They will get there. I think. The
White Sox are going to win their division.
Well, they could overtake the Astros. That's what I'm saying. They could overtake the Astros.
Okay, now if you're talking that way, then
yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
So.
I'm assuming that the A's could potentially overtake the Astros, even with the bullshit Astros playing, the shitty teams 16, 15 times. I'm hoping that the A's could do that. And
I am hoping so too, because I don't want to play in that one game fucking play.
They don't do too well. They don't do too well,
Don't remind me.
But Lance Lynn, Carlos Rondon, Chris Bassett, Robbie Ray. I mean, the list goes on. Ooh. There's been a good handful of players. Yeah, good names.
Lance Lynn, definitely up there. Robbie Ray, good option. There's options there.
Yeah, and Cy Young, same thing.
And really for either one of these, there's not a for sure shoe-in. There's not like this one clear cut guy. You talk about the NL. Thing.
I wouldn't argue with you. I wouldn't argue if you said, "Hey, Chris Bassett won AL Cy Young." I wouldn't argue with you.
You can't. But and if you go say Lance Lynn, I can't argue with you either.
Yeah.
Right. And it's the same thing with the NL Cy Young. I think DeGrom's out of it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
he's been hurt too long, and he's probably done this year. Let's be real. They should just shut him down. Don't force anything. But you got
You guys
Corbin
aren't going to win the
Burns.
division. Ain't going to win the fucking
They're
division.
not.
So
No.
just take care of your pitcher because, again, Syndergaard, right, fucking got hurt. I think he
hasn't been the same.
I think he overdid it too, right? I think he overdid it. So,
So in the NL, you got Corbin Burns, who we big fans of.
I mean,
especially you.
You can argue the Brewers starting 3 rotation could potentially be Freddie Peralta, Woodruff, Burns. Those guys could potentially do it. They've all had great seasons. Walker Buehler, of course, right? I mean,
Zach Wheeler.
There, I mean,
Adam Wainwright. Don't sleep on him.
Yeah, I think this has been one of the closest races in a long time.
It has been. Usually, there's a clear 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2. Yeah.
Really, you could put these guys in any order. I think NL it ends up coming down to Corbin Burns and Walker Buehler. I think those are the 1 and 2. But Zach Wheeler, he could push himself right there too.
Yeah, agreed.
So it's fun. This is going to be fun. I'm personally more intrigued at the award races than the division races. Ooh. I think the division races are almost pretty much set.
Almost.
And I know there's a lot of teams still fighting, and I get that. But I think the award races these next couple of weeks, it's up for grabs at this point. So
that's true.
Fun stuff. Talked about that. So a question that I got recently is, do I see Ohtani staying with the Angels? And I know someone we talked to, right, brought this up about, I don't know where I'm going. I lost my train of thought. Just a midair,
Yeah, I mean, does Ohtani stay with the Angels? Given his status, right, where he's at now, given how the baseball world has become more of a business than, hey, you mean a lot to our city, right? Those are things that I worry, right? I hope, and I told you this, I think Ohtani would stay as long as the Angels want to keep him. They have the money for it regardless, right? It's really all a matter of the Angels keeping them. I think Ohtani wants to stay there. I think you got, like you touched on it, right? Through our text, you have Mike Trout there, who's easily one of the greatest players of all time, right? You get to play with that guy, right? I think that next year is going to turn around for them, especially with all the draft picks that they made. And I'm pretty sure they're going to pick up some pitchers come next year as well. I think he stays.
I'm shaking my head no as far as they're going to turn it around. I won't believe it until I see it.
Well, no shit. Next year. Can't fucking tell the future.
Yeah. They could definitely take the Astros spot. They can. Don't see them taking the A's spot right now. But who knows? Who fucking knows? I've been up and down on the A's all fucking year. Anyways, the thing with Ohtani is he was really concerned about being in the light. And that's why he didn't choose, say, the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Dodgers, right? Because as soon as he goes to one of those teams, he has to produce. But you put him right next to the best baseball player right now and arguably of all time in Mike Trout, then, he doesn't have to produce as much. The pressure's not on him to produce. The pressure's still on Trout. If Trout hits 240 next year, everyone's been like, what the fuck? Right? But if Ohtani's rookie year, he hits 240, it's like, okay, well, he's still learning, he's still adapting. But if he hits 240 for the Yankees, it's a different story.
Yeah.
And the other thing is about the culture aspect to it, right? Coming over to the US, there's so many teams that you're going to be able to take right out. He's not going to go to the Brewers or the Reds or the Cubs, just like a random team like that, even if they offered him top dollar, because of the environment outside. whatever team he goes to, he's going to have to go to San Francisco, New York, Boston, or LA. That's it. I don't see him, even Florida. I don't see him playing in Miami. It's just not a culture fit.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I think the Angels only really have to worry about the Dodgers and the Padres come that time. That's where the worry would be. Arbitration is going to be very interesting for Ohtani, because when you think about arbitration, right?
He's going to win arbitration, bro.
Oh, 100%.
He's going to win it.
He's going to set records, because arbitration is always, okay, last year I hit 280 and I hit 30 home runs. The last player to hit 280 and 30 home runs, or somewhat close, received $18 million in arbitration, just an example, right? So I want 18 and a half. I want 19. I'm a little bit better than him. I'm a better defender, whatever, right? It's always compared to what came before you. Who came before Shohei Ohtani? What player, please tell me, what player has led the league in home runs and has a sub-3 ERA? Nobody. Literally nobody. So he is going to set a record that was just set. I think either Chris Bryant, I think it might have been Mookie Betts. I think it was Mookie Betts. But he's going to set that record. He's going to surpass that easily. And honestly, even if he was just a hitter, I think he would surpass that.
Yeah.
Now throw him in as a pitcher as well. So the Angels, this is where the Angels might get fucked. Are the Angels willing to pay him $40 million a year? $45 million? Is he going to be the first $50 million player a year? Very high chance. Very high chance. Because you also got to think about the revenue he brings in, right? Tickets, jerseys.
Dude, I bought like 3 fucking pins. I bought like 3 Ohtani pins.
I went to an Angels game in Dodgers stuff, and I bought a Shohei Ohtani bat. I had to, right? I was excited to see the Dodgers, but I was more excited to see Ohtani.
Exactly.
You and I went to an A's and Angels game to go see him pitch. Motherfucker didn't pitch. So just some things to
think about. Yeah.
Keep in mind.
Do we want to talk about these other 2 things? Because I feel like the vibes are going well, and it's about to get real fucking dark, real quick.
But that's what we do, right? That's what we do.
All right.
That's what we do.
Let's do it.
I'm just gonna touch on Omar. Ooh, I should not have used that verbiage.
That was the worst intro to what we were about to talk about, because it's literally that. It's literally that.
I did not do that on purpose.
Keeping this in
I
here.
promise you I did not.
Don't edit that out. Because that's perfect.
Not edit that out. I'm gonna touch on Omar Vizquel really quick. There you go. There it is.
And
fuck him. There you go. This is coming from somebody who thought Omar Vizquel was awesome. Fuck him.
Dude, fucking hand raised. I love that dude. In San Francisco, fucking great. Cleveland, great.
One of the best defensive players of all time.
Dude, I mean, literally one of the there's a lot of shortstops out there that are our generation that tried to follow Omar Vizquel's double play tactics. Oh my God. The dude fucking didn't even close the glove. It was the back of his glove and would get it and turn it.
So crazy. Okay, let's not blow him.
But yeah, let's not. Yeah. Oh, here we go. That's another thing. God damn it. We're keeping that in too.
Oh, fuck.
Omar Vizquel. No, you say it, because this is just I'm
not even going to talk about it. Really, he's just he's in a bunch of investigations.
He's in a pickle for sexual harassment. He's in a pickle for domestic abuse a couple years back.
Correct.
You see the mask, you see how he's a great player, he's very nice, and then you see the true person, and it's finally coming in reality. It's finally coming true. It's actually fucking happening. He's done so much bad shit but
That's
all the
coming
great
to light
things,
now.
yeah, that's coming to light. And I'm very, very grateful that it is coming to light, because we
Correct.
could have this dude could have made the Hall of Fame. Like in reality.
As a defensive player,
Yeah.
that's what's crazy. I mean, there were some years that he was, decent offensively, but really he would have been there for his defensive play. But yeah,
But we're not going to go into detail. You
no.
guys can look it up. Jeff Passan, he has an article there. You just go ahead and look it up. Omar Vizquel sexual harassment, or Omar Vizquel domestic abuse, or some shit like that. Omar Vizquel cheating.
It'll come up.
You might find everything on it. So go ahead, take a look. We're pissed off about it. It fucking sucks, but we have to bring it up because we owe baseball that.
Correct. We owe our fans that. How about that?
Exactly.
This one really pissed me off.
Yep.
This one really pissed me off. So Mickey Mantle, for those of you who do not know, Mickey Mantle was an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
After his playing days were over, he ended up drinking so much that he had liver cancer. And he later died from liver cancer. Okay. And Hall of Fame, right? So Hall of Fame, we talk about why Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens aren't there. And it's because of the integrity of the game, right? And we talk about, character. Verducci talked about character on his MLB Network,
quote unquote,
thing, right? So this place that stands for character comes out with alcohol. Okay. They come out with alcohol bottles, and on these bottles, they're shaped like baseballs. They have an autograph engraved, and the picture that they were using for advertisement, the first ball was Mickey Mantle, not to mention Jackie Robinson, which is just as bad, but I'll focus on the Mickey Mantle one. This man died, literally died, because of alcohol abuse. And now you're going to use his name to sell alcohol? Like, what?
What are we doing?
What kind of character is that? What kind of character is that? And I understand, the Hall of Fame and baseball own their likeness, right? And can come out with these products for profit, but be smart. Be smart.
Be better.
And I won't make this comparison on air, but I made a comparison through text, and I'm just not even going to go there.
It's a bad look. It's a bad look, especially, again, you touched on it. Here you talk about integrity, and well, look at the mirror, because I mean, it's right in front of you. This is like it's just horrible to see, So Hall of Fame, get better.
Yeah. Quickly.
I mean, fuck. You keep Roberto Alomar in the Hall of his shit, right? And then you got this, like, do we need to have like some investigations going on with the Hall of Fame and see what other shit they've been hiding, or like there's some shit. I mean, come on, man. Okay, but we digress. Time for some positive stuff.
Back to the positive. This was such a great positive episode.
You know how we do. How we do. We gotta throw in some negative shit.
But
first shout out, Tyler Gilbert, no hitter against the San Diego Padres. I think this was his first start.
It
right?
was
first start, and it was a no hitter.
So there's so many great things about this. So many great things. First of all, it was against the Padres.
I know where you're going. I think I know where you're going, but go ahead.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't think you do.
I think I do.
So the first thing is against the Padres, right? A fucking great team. When you get to no-hit a team like that, it's like you didn't just no-hit the Pirates. And don't get me wrong, it'd be amazing to go no-hit any Major League Baseball team. But you want to no-hit one of the best teams in the league right now. His first Major League start, there's only been 3 other guys before him to do that, which is fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I was going. The best part was his dad was there.
Yep.
And this isn't what you were thinking. I don't know what you were thinking. But...
No, that I posted the fucking video.
Oh, okay.
On
Well,
Instagram.
his dad was there,
Yeah.
right? And his dad, I love seeing family going nuts in the stands.
It was nice.
It's just a great feeling. It's awesome. But last year, this is where I truly was going. Last year, Tyler Gilbert was a minor leaguer. We know what happened last year with the minor leagues. There wasn't a minor league. So he wasn't playing baseball. He was not getting paid last year. So what was Tyler Gilbert doing to get a paycheck? He was doing electrician work with his dad. And now,
did not know that.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Come 2021, first major league start, no against the Padres. You gotta love great.
It. You gotta love
That is great right there.
Talk about resilience, huh?
Yeah, 100%. Love to see that.
You love to see it. Hell yeah. Well, shout out to you, man. And then just adding to that, actually, shout out to us, because since he threw that no-hitter, the no-hitter single season record was broken.
Ooh.
And we talked about this.
Did we predict that?
I think we did. I could have sworn we did. So shout out to us for knowing
for
our
being
shit.
Right.
Yeah, for once, fuck. But again, Tyler Gilbert, that was awesome. Just the whole thing. I mean, it was great to see. So that's awesome. First no hitter I think it was Chase, right? That's the first no hitter ever thrown there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did not know that one.
I believe that was the case. Tristan McKenzie, great outing. No, it was the first one.
Where was Edwin Jackson's at? Tampa, wasn't it?
Think so.
He was on the Diamondbacks when he threw it,
but
right?
I think it was in Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah. But Tristan McKenzie, shout out to you. Almost threw a perfect game, literally, a couple outs away. But regardless, it was a strong start, 8 innings. I think it was like 11 Ks, right? 1 hit. I mean, he was on the brink. And it's crazy. It was crazy because yesterday was the perfect game anniversary of Felix Hernandez's perfect game.
It was.
So it would have been really cool to see that. But yeah, still want to give him a shout out because it was a great performance. So close. It was
nice to see him flash his dominance because this is a pitcher I truly believe in.
Oh, yeah.
He has good stuff. Here.
Exactly. He showed it last year. He showed it last year. This year's been rocky. I think his ERA is probably north of 5. Close to 5, I think.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
So he's been rocky this year, but I'm glad to see the dominance show because this is a pitcher I truly believe in. This is a pitcher I think is going to be successful at this level.
Exactly.
I'll have you take this one.
Really? Okay.
I don't know what it is.
I mean, you sent it to me. That's perfectly fine. But shout out to the Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, okay.
Ryan Sheriff. He took 2 weeks away from baseball. The Rays gave him the opportunity to really focus. And coincidentally, we talked about this last episode. His mental health. He was struggling, right? And he really needed some time away, and the Rays gave that to him. So, to all the podcasts that talk shit about players that, aren't performing and they figured them out, there's so much more than the physical skills of baseball. There's a mental aspect, and it's growing even more. More and more players are coming out with mental health issues. They're addressing it more and more. They're giving that, they have that strength to talk about it now. And I mean, talk about the Tampa Bay Rays. I mean, innovation is the name of the game for them, besides fucking getting fans. For some reason, they can't get fans, unfortunately. But when you talk about the Tampa Bay Rays organization, they have been so innovative in everything that they do, whether it's picking up players, reutilizing players that their careers are practically done, right? Handling this. And I mean, dare I say, their uniforms have always been great. And that comes with innovation too. Just throwing it out there. But yeah, again, just want to shout out to the Tampa Bay Rays for, allowing this. And then also too, Ryan Sheriff just having that strength to talk about it and addressing it, right? That just speaks miles in terms of just his integrity, and really just that effort to make those changes.
There's an open lane now to talk about mental health, and more specifically for men, for masculine men, right?
Mm,
There wasn't this before. And when you think of a pro athlete, right, you think about tough, you think about muscles, you think
mm,
about masculinity. That's a typical athlete, right? But it's so much more than that. And, personally, I've been involved with the mental health part of sports since I was in middle school, reading books on it and your approach to stepping into the box. What should be on your mind when you're stepping into a box? And not even just in baseball, but just overall, and how you can lead to success. And these things are very important. And
mm-hmm.
it's not about the platoon statistics. It's not about the shifts, and yes, all of these things play a major role in the sport, but there is still that human aspect to it. Think about if a star pitcher, right? Maybe their dog is sick at home. Something, maybe someone might not think super major. It's not like a family member passed away, right? But if their dog's sick at home with their wife, it's just that one little thought in their head. And now your ace just gave up 6 runs in game 162.
Mm.
This is just a very broad example, but just things like that come into play that
Exactly.
people don't account for. With a Ryan Sheriff, with a Chris Davis, with Ian Desmond, right?
Yep.
Ian Desmond taking the last 2 years off. Lot to digest here, and big shout out to both of them, the Rays and Ryan Sheriff.
Exactly. And just as a side note to add to that, I mean, we just talked about Omar Vizquel. Talk about your front of masculinity. He had to be dominant in everything that he was doing, and look what happened. These are these are the things that come to light because they try to be super macho. And granted, some people are super macho and they live a great life, but there are a lot of players that are fucked up, towards the end of their life because of that. And I just want to just just say what he said, just so to give you guys some perspective. He said and I'm talking about Sheriff towards the Rays. So they've all shined the light on me and supported any decision that I wanted to make. I just think that I just needed a little break, going through all the COVID stuff and the isolations and all of that. I just needed some time away to get my life together. I think I'm going to have to deal with this for the rest of my life, but I'm glad I have a foundation where I can start from. The Rays have been nothing but great support to me. They've helped me so much throughout this process, and I couldn't do it without them. That's fucking awesome. Had to throw it out there.
Great stuff.
Let that seep in.
Woo!
It's exciting.
Shout out to MLB.
Oh yeah,
for finally doing something fucking awesome for once. The Field of Dreams thing was a success.
Oh my god,
I want to see it year after year. I want to see it on a Saturday night. I want to see it on a Sunday night. Throw a whole series there. And I understand, the club. There's probably no clubhouse, no good hotels there. I get that. So it's probably gonna just be a 1-game thing. But put some great teams there. I'd love to see the Dodgers and Giants play there next year.
That'd be nice.
Good old Brooklyn Dodgers and New York Giants uniforms.
Oh,
yeah. Throwback, baby. Throwback.
That would be sick.
I want to see different teams there. I want to see it every year. I think this is something that was really exciting. I'm happy. I'm proud. Yeah. This is something that could have went really bad.
Oh yeah.
And it didn't. And shout out to that, and we didn't talk about this, but that Tim Anderson walk-off.
Oh, that was sick.
Running around the bases and the fireworks are going off, right?
Just beautiful.
That's like one of the most memorable walk-offs I've ever seen.
Like a movie. Just like a movie.
It goes up there, dude, honestly. Top 3 walk-off home runs that come to my mind. Yeah. Okay, well, there's more than 3, but
yeah.
You think of Scott Hatterberg for me.
Yep.
You think about Joe Carter.
Mm-hmm.
You think about, I just lost it.
I'm thinking Jose Bautista.
Kirk Gibson, right?
Jose Bautista wasn't a walk-off, but
it wasn't a walk-off.
It's
memorable,
up there,
memorable home run,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And Tim
Oh,
Anderson,
yeah, Kirk Gibson for sure, yeah.
Right. And now I think Tim Anderson's there, and I know it wasn't a playoff game,
but
but it was just that the feeling that it gave you to see that was just like, oh, it was beautiful. Beautiful. Yep. So shout out to MLB for putting something on like that. Appreciate that. And the blackout.
Just and please, I mean, that'd be great. Great. And then of course, last but not least, of course, shout out to all the top lineup fans. Again, thank you so much for your support, whether it's through TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. It's been great. It's been great. Just
text messages.
Text messages. Again, listening to our podcast. Again, it's growing too, which is exciting. So shout out to you all. It's awesome. We're trying to build a community. We're trying to, really just break down the stigma of, macho baseball players and, just a bunch of things that, we're just trying to break down those barriers, right? And just really have an inclusive community where we can all have fun, talk baseball, talk shit to each other, and not fucking get mad at each other. Just enjoy, so
grow the game.
Yeah.
Just growing the game. That's what's most important to me.
Exactly.
And, breaking down baseball in a different way.
Yep.
That other people aren't doing it.
Exactly.
That's us. That's top of lineup.
Hell yeah.
Top lineup out, baby.
Deuces.